I'd like to say, what's up? Today you're going to do some math, so everybody say, yes, 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 you're going to do some math. Today you're going to you're going to interpret bar graphs. Now, unlike line graphs, which we were working with yesterday, bar graphs are not going to be able to show you information that's going to be destined over time. They're going to be usually comparing things. They use the bar graphs to more of a visual to see information and to be able to compare things. So let's start with our lesson today. So today, your lesson is going to be on W4 and W5. If I look at these two, sometimes they'll use it as a double bar graph, where they're comparing a person, or in this case, a country, over 2 time periods. Or they may be comparing 2 different people. So in this case, a sports network displayed the number of Olympic medals won by certain countries over time. So I guess they did them over time in this case. But certain countries, so we have a list of them on the bottom, and then the number of medals. Okay, visually I can see, in this case, 1984 was a really good year for these countries. 1980 wasn't so good, just based on the visualization of these. So based on that, I have Britain, Australia, Finland, and France. They're the countries. So in 1984, that's what the information we're needing. Well, I don't need 1980. In 1984, which of these countries won the fewest medals? So 84, fewest medals. I go here, a lot. The smallest one, they didn't ask me how many, but in this case it would be Finland, 10. Not too bad. Okay. In this case right here, in preparation for graduation, some teachers and students volunteered for various graduation committees. So, graduation committees, the number of people that there were, and again, when you're looking at these bar graphs, it's reading, okay? And I got to be able to look at what do they ask me to find, okay? Number of people, so a lot of people, almost 100 people right here, and then the types of things that they were supposed to do: food, music, decorations, programs. These are all people doing these things. But then I look on the side on this key over here, and the yellow ones, those are the students. So what did the students volunteer for? And then the other one, the green, would be the teachers. What do the teachers volunteer for? Okay? And then at the bottom, the question's going to ask me, how many more? Both types of question. When you see how many more, instantly I know I'm subtracting. I'm comparing. How many more brothers do you have than sisters? That word than, sometimes that word than shows up in here. Oh, there it is. Than. When you see how many more and how many than, you're comparing. Don't add them. Don't add them. So look at this. How many more people are on the food committee than the music committee? Well, here's kind of a 2-step process. This food committee, if I go through here, I got to see how many people there are. Well, these are students and teachers. Student teachers, those are people. So I have to add those 2 groups together. 70 plus 75. Well, 70 plus 75, I get 145. 145, that is for the food. Yeah, so you'll probably have to use paper and pencil. Use a calculator if you need. Then they're comparing it to the music. So I go to the music. Can I add these 2? 45 plus 30. 45 plus 30, if I do that in my head, I get 75. I'm going to be subtracting that away. Not adding it. Subtracting those away, because those are for the music. I subtract, I get 0. 14 minus 7, I get 7. I get 70. 70 is the difference. 70 is my difference. So they're asking how many more people than here. So I write down 70 people. Kind of a multi-step problem. Not hard numbers necessarily, but it involved a little bit of thought. Let's check it out. Awesome. So it's good when the teacher gets it right? Yeah. All right. So this next question, let's see what we got going on here. So for our class project, the students in Mr. Woodlard's biology course counted the number of red and the number of gray squirrels in each local park. Not too bad. Gray and red squirrels. Counting some squirrels. Squirrels in town. So at the park, which parks they had? They had Oak Park. Oh, we have Oak Leaf Park too. Pine Cone Park and Walnut Park. A lot of trees. Types of squirrels. And then how many they saw in each one. Okay? So they took this information from the chart, put it into a bar graph, and now I got to look at these. All right, well, this one's the squirrels in the town parks. Squirrels in the town parks. Okay, well, based on these information, which one of these charts is actually right? That's what they're asking us to find. Well, if I look at this one had 100 and then had 20. Well, if I look at my first pine cone, it was 100, that's right. 20, that's right. I go over here, this one only had 50, and this one only had 10 for the pine cone park. Well, which one was correct? Well, this one had 100 and this one had 20. This would be the correct one. Now, say they're both correct. I'd have to go to the next piece of data to go through this. So I'm going to click on this one, hit submit, open pray, yay, got it. Let's go to this next one here. Okay. The financial analytics of an oil company recorded the average cost of a barrel of oil in various years. Probably not going to read the top, but if I look at this bottom here, the average cost of a barrel of oil, 1979, 1980, 1981, and then it shows you the pricing over here. Okay, so when you're breaking down these bar graphs, look at the sides, think about what they're asking me. I got the years, got it. How much money, got it. Which one of the years did the barrel of oil cost the least? Well, another word for least would be, the smallest, or the opposite. Think of the opposite, the most. So the opposite of the most. So which year was the least amount? Well, based on the bar graph, that was $60, $50, $40. Well, I'd go to 1979, and I'd click on 40. Okay, that's going to be W4. Yes, it's a little bit of reading. It's probably going to take you a little bit longer than, say, the graphing points that we've been doing, but it's a little bit more reading involved. Okay, let's go to W5. All right. W5, creating a bar graph. Okay, so basically taking the information they give us and just plotting them out. Okay, so good old Max. Max saw 60 birds on Wednesday. I go to Wednesday, they already did it, 60. He saw 80 birds on Thursday. They didn't do Thursday. And 90 birds on Friday. That's information there. Use the data bar below, click to the correct height. So I go to Thursday. Thursday it said he saw 80 of them. Well, if I go here and I go along, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Notice right here, this is where it goes up to. It went up to 60. It went up to 70. It went up to this number. This number right here, this is the line. If I only went here, that'd be only 70. Remember, each step is going to be 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. I get to here. 80 is the number. Thursday's the day. Kind of worked out. Let's see our next one. Okay. So for this information, they gave you the parks as my Y coordinate, and then the number of basketball hoops at it. Okay. So the park, this Westfield Park had 12. Riverfront had 8. Palm Park had 18. So if I look at this, they're asking me to find this Westfield Park. Well, Westfield Park, if I look at it, had a number of 12. Well, if I look at the bottom, these aren't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. If I look at the bottom, the data, these numbers, the way they used them, they counted by twos. So just make sure you pay close attention to see what kind of numbers are they using as they're skipping along. So twos, I go to 12. Well, I can go to 12, go up to here. I know that they stopped. I'm going to go one more, being touchy here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 is where the bar graph ends, and that's where I'm going to be putting my information. You guys are going to be awesome today. Can't wait to see what you guys are going to do. See you, bye.